This is my 2007 Subaru Impreza. It's the Outback Sport, not the WRX or anything like that. But today I want to change the fog lamps, which have both gone out. And I'm only now realizing that they're out. So I kind of thought it was peculiar that they're both out at the same time. So I did go ahead and check the fuse and the relay, and all seem to be in working order. So it could just be that by the time I noticed that the fog lights were out, that it was just the bulbs. So it's a real pain in the ass to get to these things. You have to come at them from up underneath. But I thought I'd show how I do that, since I can't really find one specific to this year and model on the YouTubes. So that's what we're gonna do. Here's the bulb replacement that we're gonna use. Hopefully it's the right one. We'll find out when I get in there. And so I'm just gonna get started. And now I'm going to tackle this side, and I'm tackling the passenger side first because I think it's easier. I think there may be more stuff in the way on the other side. I could be wrong. But anyway, let's see if I can get a good angle on what we're dealing with down here. So what we got to do is we have to take off most of this shroud. I'm probably just going to go ahead and take the whole thing off. And then this piece right here will also unclip. Got a few of these clips here. And we'll pull that down, and then hopefully that gives me access inside to the back of the unit. So this cover is held on, or in my case not so held on, by a series of clips, and I think there's like 3 bolts. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull out all the clips, trying to preserve them if I can. I probably can't. This is the tool that I use to pull the clips out with, and I know you can do it with a screwdriver, and probably a lot of people who are far more skilled with their hands do it with a screwdriver. I find this to be extremely useful, and really, because I just can guarantee if I do it with a screwdriver I'm going to break whatever I'm working on. But with this, I generally have a okay time preserving the clips. But yeah, I just broke that. I mean, these things get so brittle that I don't know, you might as well just replace them when you're going. But anyway, I'm going to do that right now. Okay, I've pulled off the shroud. Here are the 3 bolts that held it on, plus to be honest, absolutely obliterated clips. And there is the shroud that came off. I keep calling it a shroud. I don't know what it is. A cover, something like that. So that's off of there now. And now when we come down, we can see that we have a little bit more exposed area here, and then we have this piece of plastic. So this should pull out like so. And then there's some more clips holding that there, but I'm going to try to not take those clips off. I'm going to try to see if I can get away with this. So kind of gotten it to pull down right there, and up in here is our light somewhere. Okay, now I actually turned the light on my phone. I can see that here is the back of the fog lamp, and I think what I have to do is actually, this is like a cover right here, and I have to pull this off. Oh wow, just like that. That was a surprise. And then I believe, I'm just actually looking at my phone, not with my own eyes, but I believe right behind there, yeah, is the light. So this is all the area and stuff that I have to start disconnecting. Alright, update. So you can see close to the camera the lead coming from the bulb itself, and where it was plugged into the housing by my thumb there, that's where it was plugged in. So couldn't unplug that and hold the camera at the same time, so that's what I did there. And now it's just a matter of taking this bulb out. Okay, where we are now is there is a clip that I can't really, you can kind of see it sticking out there. That obviously clipped into that little hooky thing there on the left, and now it really loosened the light bulb up. So hopefully the light bulb is just going to pull out, and I can't do it and hold the camera at the same time very well, and it's getting, wires getting caught around the hooky thing, but there we go. Okay, so that came out. Wow, that was an effort. So there's the bulb, and I'm taking note right now that the square part of the bulb is at the top, and then this little round area is at the bottom. So as we look over here, being careful not to touch the bulb lens, I'm going to install it this way. So wish me luck. Yeah, there was no way I was going to change that and hold this camera at the same time. I think I've said that before. Anyway, managed to get the light bulb in there, and the clip moved back over the bulb, and then it the lead hooked back up. So if you can see here, it's important that at the clip, between the clip and then the top part of this clip up here, that the bulb and lead go between those two pieces. That way when you pull the clip back down and clip it in under, it's everything sits right in there. And the other thing is, you know, of course, not touching the bulb with your fingers or trying to keep it as clean as possible. You need to push and seat it in there just right, and you just have to feel that. You can kind of feel when it gets in there just right, but that's really important to do. And then finally, hook up the lead right back in the housing here and make sure it's all solid. And then the next step is to make sure that the light works. With this model of Impreza, I don't know if this is the case with all of them, but the fog lamps will only come on when your regular beams are on. And so I went ahead and put those on there and pushed the fog light so that's on. Coming over here. And all right, great. So there it is. Fog lamp is in working order and looking good, and I'm very glad to see that, because that means there probably aren't any deeper issues. By the time I noticed the bulbs, I guess they had just blown. To be honest, it's a hard job to do, but I can definitely see why the garage charges like $35 to $45 in labor for each side replacement. It's pretty ridiculous to get back up in there. And while I have this out and kind of torn apart, I am actually going to go ahead and replace this corner marker. It is also out, and it is also an absolute pain to get to, and you also have to get to it through the wheel well and up and under. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and take care of that. It's not a fun job, but get that done, and then I'll have all my lights working. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this was useful. Give you a little information. I'm going to put this back together, of course, and buy some new clips, because I pretty much shattered those, and it's not the first time that cowling has been taken off, and they're just really worn out. So go buy some more clips from the dealership. I already have one here that I bought for the fender, where the fender comes into the wheel well, so it's pretty, I mean, they're cheap. Yeah, and that's it. Oh, and the other thing is, I learned from this process is, because those clips are so brittle, this tool really isn't that necessary. Just go at it with a screwdriver and break them and then replace them. They're cheap enough to do. Okay, thanks for watching.